The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. Hello, everybody. As that's the first thing they heard. Welcome back to Miss the Kren's Valley. We did take a week off. Took a well-needed break. But we're back. And might need a little refresher, since this is normally every week, and this is now 2 weeks, of what happened last time. So, last time, the group was in search of a foretold ally to fight Strahd. That they were pretty sure was in Argynvost, this rundown giant mansion that was home to a bunch of revenants that were formerly Knights of the Order of the Silver Dragon. After a bit of exploring and a lot of surprisingly deadly arachnids, Nyhm found a fellow by the name Sir Godfrey Willow, who, pardon my French, was a higher up in the Order of the Silver Dragon, and he explained to the group that Strahd's forces overwhelmed the Order over a century ago, and that their leader, Vladimir's rage against the vampire was so strong that it caused not just himself, but all of the knights in the Order to return as revenants. After a bit of a tussle with the other revenants in the room, Sir Godfrey agreed to join the party on slaying the vampire in hopes of bringing his order honor once more so that they may finally rest in peace. And as the party departed from the mansion, Nym's rapier lost its sentience and became a normal silver rapier once more. Almost like the spirit had some connection between Sir Godfrey and his former beloved, Sir Vladimir, the leader of the Order. So we go to now, the whole group, just outside of Argynvost. And Sir Godfrey looks at the rest of the group and says, "Well, where to now? To the castle?"
Oh, shit. I was not expecting that.
Not expecting what?
Going to the castle already? Is that time to do that? Did you guys have other plans? Or
I've been
I
sitting
mean,
in
I'm
a
fine
chair.
with it.
I've been sitting in a chair for the last century. So wouldn't hurt to move.
Are there any other allies we should recruit first?
Well, I recall us trying to head to one of the other cities because we were trying to worry about some type of sentient puppet. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of something further back, aren't I?
On the way to Argynvost, we were also going to swing by the swamp. We were trying to find the sword that the prophecy was telling us about.
The sword.
Ah, that's right.
Madame Eva, she told us a prophecy about a sword that could help us defeat Strahd.
Then perhaps we should go there. I was hoping to find the last bits of Argynvost, our leader, the Silver Dragon, so that way he may be properly buried. Most of the mansion was pillaged by Strahd's army and brought back to his castle, so I assumed that the last of the dragon's bones would be there.
How big was your dragon god?
He was not a god, and he would not have been worshipped as one. But he was a magnificently large creature. He could take out a platoon of men with a single swipe of his tail. A head
By
big enough that you could
chance,
sit in.
I think I might know where we could find part of his remains.
Where?
It's actually on the way to where we're going.
Then you lead.
And
Actually,
that
I
way.
think I should do that.
And by
Yeah.
the light of the Dawnfather, we shall slay the evils of these lands.
times in these lands, have you ever came across or heard of a hag named Baba Yaga?
I'm gonna pull up his stats. He might have. Might help if I had his
Wasn't it
stats up.
Baba Saga?
Baba Saga,
that's what I
yes.
meant.
Totally not Baba Yaga, who's actually a
Totally not
completely
Baba Yaga.
different entity in D&D.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Pull up
They say it in
stuff.
color Baba Ganoush.
Oh, I thought he had proficiency in history. He does not. Oh well. No, I have not heard of this hag you speak of.
Well, last we came across her, well, Nyhm and I rather, she was riding astride a giant dragon skull.
Then we shall get it back.
Nyhm, lead on.
What I was trying to do.
Should we rest first? I'm not
Yeah.
looking too good.
I
Spells
do-
wise.
I do need to re-recite a few prayers in order to get my miracles back. AKA long rest so he gets his spells back.
No spiders around.
Well, not anymore.
How far is the witch layer?
Since Nym's been there, and you guys have actually explored this is like the central area of the valley, quite a lot. Nyhm, you could get there in like 45 minutes. And that's only
Okay, then we'll have
because
to rest
everybody
first.
else is moving kind of in difficult terrain, while you and Saxton are probably fine in difficult terrain.
I'd say get to the
gonna
outskirts
say
of
I
the
am
swamp and then grab a rest so everyone resets.
Quick question. Are you also including my Pathfinder ability?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Mm. So, are you all taking a short or long rest?
What do I
One,
need?
please.
See, the cat also agrees. So you all go to take a long rest. And Sir Godfrey will be on watch the whole time, because he can rest without sleeping. Because he's undead. So he just stands there and keeps watch, make sure
Nice.
nothing attacks you guys. And I'm going to roll some things. Do any of you want to talk about things as you're setting up for your camp? Do you guys like light a fire to stay warm and stuff? It is kind of chilly.
I stay up in the trees. You know me, hammock in the branches.
Yeah,
Sure.
well,
The trees are actually quite a bit of ways away. They're a few hundred feet away from the mansion. And there are almost none on the way down towards the marshes. Towards the swamp.
Mm,
You know the ground here is firm enough that you could like dig yourself a trench or something if you wanted.
Oh, perfect. Go ahead and dig myself a grave. No, I'll stay topside.
Or
Thank
you could try to
I
sleep
can make a
in,
trench.
or you could try to sleep in Argynvost. There are a lot of empty rooms.
That
Yes.
ship has sailed.
I mean, I could get there back in, pretty quick.
I just thought I'd throw it
Yeah, I
out there.
don't think we're welcome.
I think that they had like a lover's goodbye. I don't think that it's okay to do that anymore.
I mean, if they don't know I'm there, I'm perfectly fine.
So, a few hours pass, and you're not sure how long into your rest, but you're all woken up by Sir Godfrey waking you all. And I think he would shake Nyhm awake first, because he thinks Nym's the leader. Seems to be that way. And says, I hear a horse coming down the trail from the east. And you don't need to roll perception. You also now hear it now that you're awake.
Okay.
What do
Does
you
it
do,
s-
Nyhm?
Well,
We're not in initiative yet.
go ahead, Youth. Why'd you have to say yet? What were you saying, Lluis?
Oh no, are we all awake or only Nyhm?
Currently Nyhm. Actually, everybody else can
Okay,
roll me
then-
everybody else can roll me perception check. This will be a high DC because you would all be sleeping.
Perception, you said, right?
Yes.
Ew,
Now,
Two.
would I roll an advantage or normal?
10.
Just roll normal.
16.
Okay.
8.
Actually, no, plus 2 perception. 18 total.
Okay. Nyhm, currently you are the only one awake. Everybody else is still asleep.
Okay, so the first thing I need to know is if the horse sounds like it's traveling at a trot or at a gallop.
With your passive, it sounds like it's going at a full gallop, and it's definitely one horse.
But heading straight towards us.
Yes.
Hmm.
You're thinking it's going to be coming over the hill any moment now, and you'll be able to see it, and the hill's about 100 feet away to the east.
Well, we've encountered a lone horse rider once or twice before. I will... if I whistle, it'll give away all of our information. Would I do damage if I threw a ball bearing at my sleeping party members to try and wake them up?
No. You don't need to roll to
Okay,
hit.
I
You can
ping-
just do it.
Okay, I ping each one of them with a ball bearing while I try and find a place to stealth.
All right. You all are rudely awakened by a ball bearing.
Ow.
Can we hear the horse?
Now you all can definitely hear the horse, and it is at this
Okay,
point
two can
that
play this game.
Nyhm...
Wild shape into a horse.
You were just laying down, so I have to
Yes!
imagine your horse that was laying down, which is really weird because they don't normally lay down. They sometimes do. Anyway,
Yeah.
so you
Oh
all,
my god.
the closest thing you could hide behind or take cover with, Nyhm, is the giant dragon statue that's out front.
Isn't that a horse? Oh shit.
I mean, is it close enough?
Yes.
Then that's what I do.
Okay. You can roll
Is it
stealth.
cleared over
Why
the
not?
hill yet?
Saxton, do you do anything?
Has it cleared the hill yet? Is it able to be seen?
It's just about to, so you're just waiting until you see what it is.
Sniffing the air, do I catch any familiar scent?
Roll a perception check at advantage.
25 on the stealth.
Nat 20. So
Oh.
22.
Oh, jeez. Okay, Nym's gone. Nym's hiding in the mouth of the silver dragon statue. About 15 feet in the air.
If this thing
Wow.
comes alive and eats me, I swear to God, Scotty.
If you remember,
Well, you know
if
it
you remember
shoots,
when you
yeah.
open the front door, cold breath comes out of the mouth.
I didn't see that,
But you've gone in through the front door before.
but it never did the cold thing.
Yeah, it did.
Not on me. Remember, when we knocked the doors, or the first time we were there, we went through a different entrance
Oh, then
because
I
we
guess
came close to the.
I
Yeah,
guess you didn't see it.
exactly. So now I'm terrified for my character.
There's no
wasn't
when you're in
damaging.
the mouth of it. Just to get this over real quickly. There's no like hole that goes into the rest of the statue or anything significant. There's no visible signs that anything would happen. Like
Yeah,
there's
but
no
if Saxton
mechanics in the
throws somebody
jaw
through
to
a door-
close or anything like that.
If Saxton throws somebody through the door and it acts as it's knocking, I'm going to be the really frozen mouse. Anyways, please continue. Nimsicle.
Coming up over the hill and through the woods to Grandmother's house
Did I
we
smell
go.
anything?
With your perception, you smell a very familiar smell. You smell garlic. You smell wood, old dried wood. You smell oily hair. Or should I say oily fur?
Oh, the gypsy
And-
lady.
Most importantly, you smell a mix of sand and silver. And coming
Oh.
over the hill is Esmeralda on the back of a horse. Without a symbol.
Called it.
Once she is visible, now that you're up actually higher than them, you can hear more things besides just the hooves. You hear what sound like treading of like paws behind her. And since you're at a high enough position, you can actually see that hot on her tail is 3 other riders. One of them riding a black horse, and the other 2 on dire wolves that are in hot pursuit of her.
I signal Willow to climb on me.
And you see her well before she sees you, and she pulls out a hand crossbow and she fires at the guy that's on the Vistani that's on the riding horse in dramatic fashion, but misses.
On Cazador's back.
I like to think that all my wild shapes still have antlers. So I'm a horse with deer antlers.
Ah, you're a corruption druid. Okay.
A war horse.
You could just be a
Get along
giant
great
elk.
with Gruck.
Giant elk is large
Yeah,
size.
I mean,
and elves use them for.
if we can reskin, yeah. I mean, I just the stats of a war horse.
Can I call out to Esmeralda?
Yeah. What do you say?
Come over here. I've been trying to find you.
We're looking. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Knock on the door.
Oh, off to a great start. And she hears you yelling and stuff, and she whips her head back around and notices you all, and looks like she was already heading towards the mansion. And she just like completely bypasses you guys and starts heading straight for the mansion.
Hey, climb out of the dragon's mouth.
I charge the first thing that
Okay, at
Oh.
that point we'll.
that's
roll
not
initiative.
her.
I'm on the back of Cazador. I said that.
Yes.
Already, so. Oh,
15.
So,
does that give me an advantage?
Wait, what
does
what
not.
initiative do I roll with?
Okay.
You roll with your wild shape's dexterity. And I do have riding horse stats up, so
Okay, then it's a
flat roll.
14.
Yeah.
19 from the monk.
I mean, it has a +1 dex.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't have the proficiency bonus. Never mind. It's 12.
12. What was I got Saxton at 19, Cazador at 12. What was Nym's?
17.
Okay, and Willow.
Also 17, but I have 0 in Dex.
Yeah, I
so
was about to say I'm pretty sure Nym's gonna be the greater. And Sir Godfrey rolls a nat 1.
Oof.
Okay.
He was still praying. Oh, wait, no, he
Okay.
woke me up. Never mind.
He's pre- roll for the bad guys. Don't know why I made it a little musical tune, but I did. Okay, so Nyhm. Actually, wait, no, Saxton, you were first to act.
Getting back into that habit, are we?
Yeah, yep, I am. So Saxton, you're well within range of her pursuers, and she seems to be heading towards the ruined part of the mansion. Like she's just gonna get off the horse right there and try to go inside.
Well, I would call out to her to form on us as I would pull out the Mace of Terror and stare down the oncoming forces.
Okay, what is the range on that again?
It is 30-foot radius.
Okay, yeah, that would definitely hit all of them. So I'm gonna roll
DC 15.
I'm gonna roll some saves. Okay, the black horse immediately fails. Wow. Okay. Everything looks like it failed except for the 2 dire wolves that seem completely immune.
Here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
The riders fail, but the dire wolves don't. Does that mean the riders just jump off their back if they head towards us?
The Mace of Terror, when they're frightened, the first thing they try to do is try to get away from you as fast as possible, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will make those actions accordingly when it's their turns. So, using the mace was your action, I'm pretty sure, right?
My attack, yeah.
Okay.
Or is does it count as an action or attack?
It counts as an action, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, then yes.
Okay. Then up next, it seemed really effective. Up next is Nyhm, who's 15 up in the air inside the dragon's mouth, and no one knows you're there. Except for the party. But, yeah.
I'm not even sure they know.
Technically, yeah.
Well, they saw you climb up, but then you disappeared.
To be fair, I can smell her.
She's covered up percent with rock. Whatever. Anyway.
With cold. Quick question.
Yep.
How far is the closest one?
The closest one, as I pull up the main map for everybody, Argynvost Holt, as we are at the front gates, is about 20 feet away, because you're up really high up.
Oh, lovely. Then I don't even have to use a spell for this one. I can chuck a knife.
Okay, you have a lot of options here. And I will describe them to you. There's the 2 dire wolves. There's the 2 Vistani on the dire wolves. There's the black horse. And there is the guy on the black horse who looks like he's the leader. Like, he's got a different look to him. He's got kind of like an angsty... I don't know if there's such thing as the angsty deer look. But that's what he's got going on.
Yeah.
He's wearing a
wanna hit
very
him.
roguish attire. He's got a whip.
I want to hit him.
Okay.
I don't want to hit the horse.
Okay, roll to hit.
Doodle-doo-doo-doo. 23, 15, and 8.
That,
Yeah,
yep,
23.
that hits.
Yay. It's 1d4 and 5d6 coming right up. $16, 18 damage.
Okay, you throw a knife and it goes right into his shoulder. And he looks up and sees you up there and scowls.
I was about to say bonus action hide,
Yep, you can still do that.
but he already knows where I'm at. If that's what you're saying.
He knows the
That's
area that
better.
you're in. Doesn't mean that he can exactly pinpoint it when you hide.
Okay. So, do have a question though. Does that knock him off his horse or just stab in his arm?
That just, like, it was from up above, and I was going with, like, it went into his shoulder right here.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Okay.
You
So
want to
then-
look to the
I mean, it was 18 piercing.
feed that, yeah,
I want to look to the what? US?
the feed that allows you to do some like maneuvers from the fighter battle master, and one is to knock prone with an attack. So
I've never been good
Which-
with those maneuvers.
Which is now a feat. You can get maneuver with
Oh.
a feat, which is very helpful.
Oh.
yeah, it's
if we level up again.
Oh, that's right.
Twice again. I believe.
Oof.
So stealth on the bonus action is 22.
22. You're gone.
So basically, he thinks the dragon just spat daggers at him.
Pretty much.
Or at least that's what I hope. Okay. And since I have no reason to move, I'll end my turn.
Okay, after you, it is Willow's turn. Willow, you are on Cazador's reindeer horseback.
Did we take a long? Did we get a long rest or no?
No, you got an equivalent of a short rest. Because you didn't get the full 8 hours.
Neat.
it sucks not to be a fighter.
I'm sorry, Callie, this seems to happen a lot with your characters in this game
Yes, it
specifically.
does. I will definitely be marking down short rest, even though it doesn't matter. And I will hold my action until Cazador moves up closer to the people.
One question.
What action are you
Mechan-
holding?
Hit. I would like to hit.
Okay. Sorry, Cazador, go ahead.
Does Willow get advantage on prone enemies
Yes.
if she's mounted?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Then hold your action until someone's prone.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I will hold you my action.
Or not. I mean, whatever.
With hold action, you don't get both of the attacks, right? You only get one if you hold your action, or is
You only
that
get
for something
one
else?
attack, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Um,
Just making sure.
it's their turns. So I'm calculating in my gerbil brain. All of them are spooked. That's right. So Arengol, the one that's got a dagger in his shoulder, attempts to tactically retreat. As I roll animal handle at disadvantage. He somehow still succeeds, and him and the horse take the horse's move away 50 feet. Two dire wolves don't seem affected by the fear, but the bandits are like pulling on the fur to try to like get the wolves to go away. And the wolves seem reluctant, but they also move back and away from Saxton with their moves. Arengol pulls the dagger out of his shoulder. And he decides to keep it because he's an asshole. And he says, "You haven't seen the last of us." And they ride back off.
Can I mage hand that dagger back?
He's currently...
He doesn't put it on his belt.
He's
or
well
on a
over 60
bandolier.
feet away.
I have that range.
I can make it.
Spell, mage hand. Piss, 30 feet. Can I hit him in the back of the head with a catapult?
You can if he's not out of range on your next turn.
60 feet. No,
And
there's no point.
Sir Godfrey. I guess he's just taking the dodge action. Because they just left, but he's not sure if they'll try to turn back around. Oh yeah, they get a wisdom save at the end of their turns, don't they? Not that it matters. Yeah, not that it matters. Of course, the leader guy's the only one that passed at the end of his turn, but they're already leaving. Hey, look at that. Initiative's over.
Neat.
Well, I think I can catch them. I move 60 feet.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna move up to him?
Yeah, I want to let Willow do quite a good thing. Are they within range of 60 feet?
Yes.
The leader is?
Yes. All three riders are.
Okay. Then I will move up to the leader's horse and hit that imposter.
Okay. So I gotta ask. You said you wanted to do riding horse, but no joke.
Warhorse.
You might want to do giant elk because giant elks get a ramming gore.
Do they? I mean, they have the trampling charge. The warhorse does.
Oh, okay. So, are you gonna try to trample over his horse? Because his horse is a lot
Yeah.
smaller. It's not a war horse.
Yeah. So first the attack with my hoofs. Well, I think first the Willow's attack triggers when I'm on range.
Yes. Willow,
Well,
do you
first-
attack the leader guy? Or do you attack his horse?
But what? I attack the leader.
Okay. I'll let Cazador do their attack
Hmm.
first, just because I know you guys are trying to do a plan with like knocking him prone.
Yeah.
So what'd
Now
you
I
get?
have to do this manually. Wait.
Oh, I got riding horse stats up. I was about to say it's +5 to hit. I'm not
Okay.
sure if it's the same on the warhorse or not.
In mine says +6. It's one more. Okay, that's 18 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay, then the horse has to make a DC 14 strength or be knocked prone.
It rolled that on the dice.
Oh,
But you can still roll
then it
damage.
doesn't fall prone. Yeah. It's wait a second, because I have to go back and forth. This thing. 12 bludgeoning damage for the
All right,
horse.
you almost kill the horse with the trampling charge. Because you're a big, swole Chad horse. And Willow, now you can swing at the rider.
Neat. 19.
A 19 does hit.
E. Nah. Nah. I only have 3 health. I guess I will divine smite at 2nd level.
Okay.
Okay, that's epic.
Yeah, no beef with you, but okay. He
I
does
don't
now.
know. I don't know. He's trying to hurt somebody they seem to like. I don't know.
He's trying to hurt the hot Vistani lady. Can't have that happen.
No, can't hurt the hot Vistani lady. How dare they? So 2, 3, D8, and they're not undead or fiends.
Nope.
So calculator out.
Arangol's
And I'm
butthole
using-
clenched. Mm-hmm.
I'm using the great axe.
Yeah, so definitely clenched.
So 15 regular damage and 10 radiant.
Oh.
God! What the fuck? Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Arangol, leader of the Vistanis. You stole my fucking horse.
Oh, that's not very nice. I'm sorry, I smited you. I can heal that.
You're sorry. He's definitely not like
healed
bloodied, but that hurt.
I'm sorry. I thought you were the bad guy. I guess
Do you
I
do
was
anything?
wrong.
Oh, it's still technically Cazador's turn. So you moved and attacked. Cazador, do you do anything else?
Oh, that's my turn. Yeah, I will keep moving at their pace now.
Okay. I guess I'll stay with initiative. Saxton, it is your turn.
Don't fucking hurt me.
A
I will heal you.
brown blur of feathers runs past them and tackles the guy on the horse.
All right. Roll to hit.
Doing?
I just imagine you're standing there talking to him. Oh, I am so sorry.
27 to tackle.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say you don't have advantage because he actually made a save, but that doesn't matter. You hit.
Saxton!
Owl! Or sorry, owl. You hear an owl screech and just boom! Just the truck hits him.
Oh fuck! Wow.
I do have a quick question I must ask.
This is a shove attack, right?
Yes.
Okay. I always forget how
Does
shove
this-
works.
Does this loose any feathers from the owl?
Yeah, just for like cosmetic effect. Just like where he was, there's just like 2 feathers that just.
Okay.
And a
Keep that
dust
in mind for
outline.
my next turn.
But the horse still running, right? Like,
Yeah, everything was still in movement. By the way, so.
Dude just got hit by a Mack truck.
I was just watching Warhammer stuff. You guys are freaking Tyranids, and they're just these poor guards that just didn't know what they were getting into.
I'm sorry.
This entire campaign has been wrong place, wrong time. It's nice to finally turn the tables.
Right?
I wanted to turn into a horse. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's a mood. I get it. I've played Druid. It's fun.
Because I mean, yeah, last session I was like, oh yeah, I can wild shape. I totally forgot.
Okay, so for your shove, are you attempting to push them off the horse, or are you attempting to knock them prone?
Knocked them prone.
Okay, so he's definitely now prone, and that was your first attack.
All right. I'll stand over him with aiming the mace down at him.
You're
and,
on top of the horse, by the way. He's technically somehow still on the horse, according to the rules.
You're or die. Your choice.
Wow.
I'm gonna have him roll another wisdom save. Actually, roll me intimidation. That's actually a better thing. At advantage.
19.
He looks into your eyes and sees the beast within, and he don't take that the wrong way, but too late. And he says, my business isn't with you. We'll leave. We'll leave. Please, don't kill us.
No, chill. We won't kill
What's
you.
your business with Esmeralda? Did Strahd send you?
No, she stole my horse.
Insight check. Why would you go after one person with 3 riders for a 1 stolen horse?
Roll.
What is my insight? Ooh, I probably shouldn't have tried to do an insight. 13.
Like while you're out of sight?
I have a -1 in insight.
You remember way back when he was the guy, you recognize his face now. He's the guy that had a dude tied up to the center pole of the tent and that Vistani camp outside Valaki that he was whipping because that guy is the one that lost his daughter that you guys found. So you're thinking this guy probably is the
Has
equivalent
anger
of like an
issues.
evil sheriff where he just like overdoes punishments.
Sheriff of Nottingham. I'm not going to heal him at all.
You don't know that.
we've
Robin
kinda-
Hood pops out of the
kinda
woods and gives
grown.
you 2 thumbs up for the Robin Hood reference. And then he gets eaten by werewolves, and then we go back to the game. Anyway, so Saxton, that was your turn?
Then take your men and leave.
We'll leave. We'll leave. The horse is freaking the fuck out, by the way.
Is the
Backflip
horse
off the
move?
horse. As it scurries off.
Okay.
Is it my turn yet?
Sorry.
I would say it is after that.
Okay. Because I want to cast catapult on one of those feathers that went flying and aim it right at him.
The feather hasn't touched the ground yet, so he needs to roll a dex save at disadvantage
No.
because he's prone. Right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
prone on a horse, isn't so?
Are you aiming
He's
at the
prone,
horse or are you
period.
aiming at him?
Him. I
Okay.
don't have beef with the horse.
Wow, at disadvantage, you got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 on disadvantage.
Yes.
What a beast.
Mm,
Believe it or not, this guy's a badass. You just never gave him a chance. Sounds
oh,
familiar,
that's kind of
but
the
whatever.
point. Well, unfortunately, that does beat the Save or Suck spell. So
Okay. Everybody hears like a whistling sound as it almost looks like, because no one else can really see it because it moved so fast. It almost looks like an arrow just went. Boop.
I want to grab my
stuck in the
feather.
armor.
You want to try to grab it?
Yes, it's my feather.
I'm thinking he means after it hits the armor.
Oh, it went and he dodged and he like moved out of the way just in time that it went past him and it stuck into the ground and you see a feather just sticking out of the ground.
Mark
Actually,
my words.
Never mind. That feather's completely destroyed. I forgot it also takes that damage.
Mark my words. I will kill somebody with a feather.
And that's Nym's turn.
Yeah, I don't want to waste anything else on this.
Do you bonus action hide?
Yeah, I probably should just to make sure.
You see Nym's ears up at the dragon, and then they just disappear.
Yeah, with at 26, I'm not even sure they saw the ears.
Okay.
I
Willow,
like to think that the ears look like the silhouette of the horns. And we're like, this dragon has more horns than it used to.
yeah, you don't see the ears until he goes to move away. Or she goes to move away. But it is now Willow's turn. Willow, you're within Great Axe range of this guy that's now prone on his horse. And Saxton's on the butt of the horse, on top of it, and it's like freaking out. And the guy, and you heard the whole conversation. I don't need to recite it.
But Willow doesn't know what's going on with this Sheriff of Nottingham dude, so
Now I'm just imagining this is not him at all, but now I'm just imagining this really pot-bellied dude. So
yeah, that's what I was imagining in the first place. I think that's why my brain came to this.
I'm gonna have to show you a picture, and you're gonna be like, "Wow, I was off."
Oh, okay.
Oh, so the sheriff from the cartoon Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Well, the sheriff in most of the versions, they try to make him like this, like overly arrogant, big bad guy.
Yeah, because it was like about wealth, right? And
Yeah.
like being big was a symbol of wealth.
Yes.
So they try to make him big. I'm going to go. I'm sorry. I overreacted.
As your reaction, you say, "I'm sorry," and then on your turn, you once again say, "I'm sorry."
I lay on hands. I lay on hands. He gets 10. I'll just give him 10. I didn't hurt him that bad.
Okay, that heals him a little bit. That didn't even heal the cut wound.
Too bad. What do you?
He looks visibly very confused at the moment. Because one guy
trying to make amends.
Jumped onto his freaking horse and is like an animal, and then there's just this beautiful Vulpin Paladin Holy Knight lady who just almost felt like he almost got cut in half by her axe, and then she immediately heals him.
How's the horse looking? Is it okay?
No, it is not. It is not okay. It is almost dead. It wants to get the fuck out.
Can I metagame and give the horse the hit points instead?
Nope, too late.
No, damn it. I pet the horse. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Wait,
if they don't leave by next round, they're dead.
It's a full action for lay on hands, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Damn.
I tell the horse.
That'd be hilarious if you got like
sorry.
if you multi-classed in monk and you just do Fury of Blows, but it's lay on hands. You just heal.
Oh.
Anyway.
Once again, I would like to revisit my idea of a healing shank. 1d4 piercing, 2d8 healing.
That's wait, let me look. Hang on a second.
Do you do anything else in your turn?
That's what I'm looking at. Hang on.
You have a lot of bonus action stuff. That's why I was thinking. But I think most of them are spells.
I only have like a few things that I could do. 2-weapon fighting and then a bunch of spells that are basically useless right now. And then no, that's another combat thing. So no, I don't have anything I can do.
Okay. On their turns, this horse, he's not in control of the horse anymore. He's prone on the horse. He's not even
Hey.
holding the reins.
Am I speaking the same language on the horse now?
Does not
He's a
say you
horse.
can. Wild shape.
But it
Yeah,
says you
since-
can't.
Since I cannot speak common now.
That's just because of physical limitations, not mental.
Okay.
But he's a horse.
Can I make horse sounds?
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, not to say anything concrete, but to make chill horse sounds to make and understand that it's okay. And I will gallop in a non-aggressive way.
when it's your turn, but right now it's their turn.
I will gallop casual.
This horse is going to try to get away as fast as possible, and it actually tries to buck Saxton off. So it goes to move, which would provoke
I
for anyone that
backflipped
cares.
off.
Yeah,
But
and it's going to
he's-
try to,
He's
and
on
it's,
the dude now.
and it's going to try to kick you on its way out because you kind of jumped on it and spooked it, and now you're right behind a horse. And I don't know if you've dealt with horses in real life, but you don't want to spook them while you're at their butt. That's their main attack.
Even though I still had enough movement, I could have cleared it.
You had just enough to hop down. Because you did most of your move to get there, and then the rest of it to hop on. If the horse, it's going to roll a disadvantage. I'm not even going to have it. It's probably not even going to hit. So let's roll a disadvantage. Because it is, even if it wasn't spooked by your mace, it's spooked. Yeah, it definitely misses. It got like 12 to hit. And then it tries to get the heck away. And I read its speed wrong. It has a speed of 60, not 50. So do you take the opportunity attack at all? Anybody?
No.
On anything?
Why?
Is it a stallion or a mare?
Can you take the opportunity attack to grab it?
It's a stallion.
Can I like grab the reins?
Can I throw a dagger?
Oh, roll to hit,
What?
Willow. And Nym's not actually, you're actually not in range for the opportunity attack.
I'm not asking for the opportunity attack. I'm at
Because it's
Never
their
mind.
turn, it's just a
Different-
reaction thing.
different question. My apologies.
So Willow's doing an opportunity attack for grabbing the reins.
Would it be as just a strength roll or a like a unarmed strike?
A
or something?
non-proficient strength or dex, I'll let you choose.
Well, I have 0 index, so that's a 10.
Hey,
I cannot
guess
help
what?
On a...
As a good friend of ours
Fortunately,
used to
thing,
say,
right?
that is a power score. So you grab onto the reins as the horse attempts to get away, and as that happens, I need a strength saving throw from Willow as she's holding onto the reins of a moving, panicking horse.
I wish I was Airly right now, who has plus 12 in saving throws or strength saving throws, but I got an 18.
You actually are able to keep the horse from getting very far. It moves at like half speed, taking you and in turn Cazador with them. But you're like holding on,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the horse is like really getting into the bit in its mouth. So it's actually just turning, and you're kind of like make it go in a circle. And it's still like, and it's like freaking out. You notice one leg, it's like trying to keep up every once in a while. Looks like it really got bludgeoned pretty badly from that trample.
Why are you trying to stop the horse?
It's a
That's the
nice
important
horse, I
thing
don't
right
know.
now.
Let's see.
Just tempted to bash his head in right now.
I'll humor and yeah, not one on the wisdom save for the horse. I think the wolves now at this point are like, okay, all right. I don't care if you
Whatever.
kids are scared on the back. were going in, and they both actually tried to pounce Saxton.
Opportunity attack on the horse.
Okay, roll to hit.
What? Oh,
15 to hit.
Yep. It had 1 hit point, so you kill the horse.
I'll knock it out.
Okay, you give it the strongest monk throat punch you could to a horse, so that's saying something. And it knocks out the horse. And that's when the 2 wolves pounce you. And they have advantage because they have pack tactics and they're right next to each other. 22 on the first attack. And 19 on the second one.
Okay.
Do they both hit? Or does only none of them hit? Or
AC 16.
your AC 16?
Mhm.
Okay. So you're gonna take 20 piercing damage, and I need 2 strength saving throws.
But I have iron hide, so I'd only take half of that.
Mm-hmm. So you take 10 total.
Okay. And 2 what saves?
Strength saving throws.
16 and an 18.
Okay. Both of them pounce onto you, and they seem like they're trying to knock you down and pin you, but you're able to hold yourself from getting knocked down. And I think the 2 bandits aren't going to do anything because they're still scared as shit of you. And they're probably just like, no,
Okay.
no, to the wolves that just like advance towards you.
Well, as the wolves bite into my arms or legs or whatever,
Mhm.
the feathers make way and reveal fur.
Isn't that an action? To do
Well,
that?
I'm not shifting yet. I'll be shifting next turn.
Gotcha. Both of the not bandits, they're Vistani. Both of the Vistani do not make their save, so they're still spooked. Wow. Okay, so after their very eventful turn, it's back to Cazador, who is pretty much bumping neck and neck with the horse that's now unconscious.
and filled with regret.
Sad neighing noises.
How far are the direwolves?
They're actually right next to you because they went over and pounced Saxton, who was right next to the now unconscious horse.
Okay, then I will move 20 feet forward, and then, keep running 20 feet
Mm-hmm.
on a straight line, then turn and move whatever to the direwolves and charge one of them.
Okay. Roll to hit.
They don't get opportunity attacks, right?
They do not.
Okay. That's
One of them would. But
oh,
no, I would say you would be smart enough. You'd go to an angle so you wouldn't provoke.
okay. Okay, so that's a 24 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
They have to make the strength save.
Okay.
Something they're good at.
6.
6. They're
Yep.
prone then.
There is a yip from the wolf as you hit it. And how much damage?
+4. 9, and I get another attack because they got prone from my trumping charge.
Oh, so you have advantage because it's prone.
Yeah, I use my bonus action to attack with advantage. The first roll is already 25, so I guess. Well, I'm gonna roll again just in case it's not 20.
Oh, I should get that chart up.
It's not. So
Whenever I have the chart up, it seems to increase the odds. So. Alright. How much damage on the second attack?
And the second attack, it's 10. No, 14.
Oh, wow. Ouch.
Bludgeoning, Hooby damage.
Okay. That wolf is very hurt. You actually can hear a solid crack noise of your hooves breaking maybe rib bones on this equally sized wolf. Keep in mind it's as big as you.
Yeah.
And then...
By the way, I checked. I cannot turn into a giant moose. It's the CR. It's too high for
the
me.
giant elk.
Giant elk. Sorry.
I mean, isn't a moose just a giant elk? But anyway,
Kind of right.
I don't know if you've ever seen a moose before, but they are,
Yeah.
oh my god. Anyway,
Massive.
do you do anything
That's
else?
my
in your
turn.
Okay.
No.
Godfrey. Seems like you guys are still fighting, so he's gonna actually probably dash over to you guys, and he draws his sword. Because I mean, apparently, actually, he does not dash, and instead he uses his action as he's moving up to look at one of the wolves, and he glares at them with a glare that you've seen the other revenants do, and makes eye contact with the injured dire wolf, and it seems completely immune to whatever he tried to do, and he seems surprised by that. Then we loop back around, and it is Saxton's turn. Saxton, you got a prone dire wolf and a prone Vistani leader guy all right next to you, and you got a dire wolf that's on you.
So if I shift, can I use a Fury of Blows to engage?
Yeah, you just have the attacks you get from Fury Blows, I'll say.
All right. Then where the wolves bit it into me, I tear the rest of the flesh and feathers away as I
Okay.
shift into hybrid form and commence beating the hell out of the wolf on the ground.
Okay, you have advantage on that one. I would say the other one retaliates with an attack. No, wait, no. Never mind, it does not. Never mind. You can't do that. Sorry.
26 to hit.
Yep.
Yeah. 10 damage.
All right, it is bleeding a whole bunch, but it's still moving on the ground as you just grab it with your mouth and start thrashing its neck. And there's horrible yipping noises.
Go ahead and hit it again. $18.
18 hits.
9 more damage.
I'm going to say you do this underworld style, and you let go with your mouth, and your claw attack is you grabbing its jaws and then just ripping its jaw off.
That or ripping it in half.
The King Kong finisher.
Oh, that is, yeah. Doesn't Godzilla do that in like the 2014 one as well? He like
Well, it
opens its
shoots
mouth and
atomic
breath attacks.
Yeah, that's so badass.
I wish he was there
Radioactive
for more than
lizard
2
versus
minutes.
monkey.
I'm trying to remember, but I know there's a thing with your werewolf stuff. I think it's at the end of your turn you need a wisdom save. Yes, I need a wisdom save, which I'm pretty sure you're going to pass.
It's plus 2. 18.
Yeah, you're fine. And that's your turn, right? You did you
Yes.
shifted, bonus action attack.
Yeah, I could have grabbed the wolf.
And And after you, it is Nym's turn. Vistani leader guy is still prone. He hasn't got the chance to get up yet.
And there are currently 2 wolves on Saxton.
One wolf.
One wolf. Sorry, for some reason my brain.
The
malfunctioned
guy
there.
that was on that wolf falls off, and he's prone as well. Kind of forgot they were there.
I'm gonna be a terrible person. I want to use levitate
What
on the
else
guy
is
that's
new?
prone.
Okay, what save is that?
Constitution save.
Okay.
And disadvantage if it doesn't cause it by him being prone because I have magical ambush. So
Okay. He rolled higher on his second d20 roll. Doesn't matter though. 6.
does not count. So he is currently lifted up into the air.
Okay.
How far?
He is
20
very
feet up.
bewildered and confused as he starts flying and slowly elevating into the air.
20 feet up, remains suspended for the duration. Only way he can move is by grabbing the non-existent trees.
He seems to be at like the middle point between oil and water. He seems to be at like that level of like bounce. Like when he got to that 20 foot, it was like, And he's just like desperately like looking around, trying to reach for something to grab.
Bonus action hide.
I'm gonna actually have him. I'm gonna roll a thing for him because he's been spooked. Yeah, you hide. You're fine.
Okay.
Okay. He almost drops some stuff that he has because he's at an awkward angle and stuff, but he's able to catch like a bunch of crossbow bolts just in time before they fell to the ground.
They're not silver. Come down, Lluis.
I'm not going.
No, you are, but just not this campaign.
Yeah, I'm always going.
and that's your turn.
Yeah, other than the laughing that Nyx is doing. Wow, that's a throwback.
I'm sorry.
That Nyhm is doing.
We're just talking
Yeah,
about
bring
it.
out the
so-
Bone Boys.
Oh man, the Bone Boys. Anyway, Willow, it is your turn in this now chaos.
What are we doing? what are we? We can't keep doing this.
Fighting wolves.
So right now, pretty much the only actual threat is the dire wolf.
It's the wolf, okay, and then
Because
Nymph is just
the
levitating
Vistani
through
are
the air.
either floating 20 feet in the air or they're prone and they want to get the fuck out of here.
What? All right, I'll help kill the dire wolf, but then we gotta like not do this anymore. Okay. Dire
A
wolf.
grazing horse.
I got an 18 on my first attack.
Yep.
And my second attack, it says 16.
Both hit.
Neat.
As you're attacking this dire wolf, you
Yeah.
look into its eyes and you do not see the eyes of a wolf. You see the eyes of a folk of sentience.
No,
odd.
don't say that. No, I don't do anything.
No, but it's
Guys,
definitely
stop.
evil malice. They are not friendly to you at all. But you can sense like some sentience within them.
Dice are going everywhere.
If this was any other campaign, I would
So-
say they look like they have human eyes.
They're not nice, though. I think Willow would hesitate for a minute, but seeing like
eerie.
the evil still in their eyes, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I would. Yeah. I'd hit them, so I might as well.
Chop.
That's 30 damage.
Oh, that's all. Okay, that was
Yeah.
That was both attacks.
Yeah, I rolled 2 10s on my d12s.
Okay, that wolf takes 2 very solid hits from your great axe, and is somehow still up.
I only got basically one spell slot left, so I'm not using Device Might. You guys do whatever you want. I need to sleep.
The dude
Why
that's
the hell?
prone disengages as his action, uses half his move to get up, and he starts beelining towards the tree line. Now, I know Saxton's Sentinel will still allow you to attack. Do you attack?
Well, I told him to GTFO, then that's what he's doing, so I'll let him go.
Okay. Keep in mind he's... Well, no, he's not helpless. He has weapons and stuff. He's actually looking the best off out of everybody here.
He also just saw the owl that was on top of his horse threatening him rip its flesh off and become a werewolf.
Mm-hmm. The wolf that Willow is attacking will also do the same and disengage. And
They can't. They take an attack of opportunity from me because I have Sentinel.
Same.
do you take that? Do you use your reaction?
Yeah,
for
I
that?
will.
Okay.
Yeah, I will.
It doesn't know that.
It probably doesn't hit. Anyway, it's a 12.
It moves out of the way and it keeps going. I would say
Alright.
Saxton
Saxton is also within melee range if Saxton also wanted to try.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
'Cause both of you have Sentinel, don't you?
Dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits.
9 damage.
How do you kill it?
Clawed fist through the chest.
Okay, fair enough. It goes to Yip and it's just immediately silenced as you right through its torso. And the last two guys also try to run away. So the guy that's actually, now I think about it, was on the wolf you just killed, falls off it, falls prone, takes half his move to get up, disengages and runs away. And the dude that's left in the air is like, wait, no, don't leave me, no. And he's like freaking out 20 feet in the air, unable to do anything.
Death glare.
This is terrible.
And
This is
Nyhm,
hilarious.
roll me a d100.
Oh dear.
No, that's
Alright.
Cazador.
I rolled a 300.
No,
No.
I was joking because they said, oh dear.
Oh dear. Okay,
Yikes. 72.
Okay.
I'm a deer. That's true.
It could be Jägermeister, and oh dear God.
Let's not go there.
I'm technically a hunter.
Then, let's see, that was their turns. It is Cazador's turn. They're all running away. The ones that are still
feel
alive
awful.
and not levitating.
Is there? How many people is there in 30 feet that's hurt?
Spoofy.
I'm down
Currently-
10.
Currently, are you talking about the party or are you talking about enemies?
Everyone. Anyone, I mean.
I think everyone in the party has like some kind of nick on them, a little bit. Like Willow, I think, does a little bit. Saxton might be a little hurt.
Yeah, I'm down 10 HP.
I know Nym's
Ahem.
fine.
I'm 30 down, but that's only because I didn't heal when I did it. So don't worry about it. It's fine. I could do it.
I mean, yeah, but everyone like. So it's like Saxon a little bit, Willow a little bit, me a little bit. I guess the horse that was chasing a little bit. Anyone else?
Oh yeah, I guess the black horse is currently unconscious. It's not dead.
Okay, and then there's one dead wolf, and the
Two
other
dead
are
wolves.
outside of like two dead wolves, and the others are outside the 30-foot radius, right?
No, actually, everything's within 30 foot.
Okay, then I will cast Mass Cure Wounds for everyone.
All right, how much do you heal?
I heal 11 to everyone, assuming it's under 6 people.
Okay. you would only heal 2 of the baddies.
Okay.
Or sorry, opposition. I guess I don't know if they'd be baddies.
Yeah.
Or
That
Schmidt.
horse-
First, I
that
use my
horse
bonus
is-
action to shift back to, because I cannot heal in horse form, I think.
The horse's wounds from your trample just seem to fade off almost completely, and the horse is conscious again. You almost fully healed it with that, but it is prone currently. Anything else in your turn?
No, so yeah, I bonus action to turn myself into me, and then I do that. I think I shift slowly so Willow doesn't follow.
That's fair.
Just like
I'm just on your shoulders now. Like, oh, gotta get the video back. I'm like,
imagine I'm on my force now. It's really uncomfortable.
So-
Sir Godfrey sheathes his blade and just like walks over to where the guy is levitating and looks up at him inquisitively.
So what was the 72 for?
Nothing. I would say we're technically not in initiative anymore unless you guys want to keep fighting.
No, I don't want to. I'm
I'd be going back to look where Esmeralda is at.
Okay. And Nim, how long can you hold that up, and do you continue to keep levitate up?
Levitate lasts up to 10 minutes, and I have me a pinata. So, do I want to rob him first or drop him? I'll throw a knife at him.
All right. You have advantage because he's helpless in here.
So sneak attack, you say?
Not unless you get within the first range increment.
He's within my range increment, isn't he?
No, they were retreating when you did that.
And he got knocked off the horse, which was in 60 feet, which is the only reason I was able to hit him with levitate to begin
He got knocked
with.
off he was knocked off the wolf. And they had already moved
No, I
50
picked the
feet
guy that.
away on the path towards the woods.
No, I picked up the guy that was on the horse, the one that I tried to stab with a feather, the one that I stabbed with the first knife.
Oh, okay, so I confused him for the other ones. My bad. All right. Roll to hit.
Okie dokie. So I do get my sneak attack.
Yeah.
Cool. 25 to hit.
You hit.
Yay. D4, 5d6.
Sir Godfrey looks away.
14 piercing.
And he goes, please stop. I have a daughter.
Nyhm, stop!
By now, that horse has gotten up and bat out of hell.
How far up is
20
this?
feet.
20 feet. And
And I can move him higher if I want to.
I thought it was only up to 20 feet.
No, it starts at 20 feet. Let me pull the description back up. Oh, no, I apologize. It goes up to 20 feet and remains suspended there for the duration. I
Otherwise, that
apologize.
would circumvent a lot of people getting to fly.
Indeed. So yeah, he's hanging 20 feet.
Find a cliff.
Can I jump and try to get him?
No.
Can I?
Nice try,
you
Shaq.
can, you can jump up, but you
Can I
definitely
jump?
know you can't reach 20 feet up. You know
Even
how
with
tall
20
like
strength?
an NBA basketball hoop is? Like the hoop's
Yeah.
supposed to be like 10 feet up, double that. That's how high up he is.
Are we on initiative?
No.
I keep chucking daggers.
Not really. We can roll
I
again.
turn into a giant eagle and lower it so Willow can reach it.
You just
Could I
grab
not
him.
finish the rest of my turn before you guys start this?
I don't know. I asked if we're on initiative.
They would have gone after you if the initiatives were still running, which I will say they are.
Yeah, and I only used my action to throw a dagger.
Yes.
I haven't
Okay.
done anything else.
Okay, what else do you do on your turn?
I would like to move up to him,
Mhm,
or well, on the ground below him,
mhm.
and say, "Coin purse, and I'll let you go."
My coin purse is upstairs, but there's just a. I don't think I can do that correctly in here, but coin purse falls.
Would have been a good time to use that. Okay. Unfortunately, if I lose concentration on levitate, he flutters to the ground. It doesn't drop like a rock.
Yeah, let me roll something real quick.
All right. Oh, wait, no. You can change the target's altitude by up to 20 feet in either direction on
Mhm.
your turn. Okay, so I could move him up.
Does it take an action?
It doesn't say. It just says
Oh.
on your turn.
Okay.
Neat. I'm gonna have to start reading things better. I hate my short-term memory. Oh, hey, we're playing D&D. Floats gently to the ground as it's still aloft. Yeah.
Okay. And you let him go?
Yeah. He tossed me down his coin purse. I'd put him down on the ground.
It's a very hefty coin purse.
Yay.
And Willow is immediately after that. This is before he gets to run off. If you wanted to do anything.
How bad? How bad does he look?
He looks beaten up, but not bloody. By beaten up, I mean stabbed multiple times by feathers / knives.
I didn't get hit by the feather.
Oh,
He did get hit
knives.
by the knives. Oh, speaking of which,
And your great axe
I have to wait.
cut is
I have
still
to wait.
very clearly diagonal cut in his torso.
One last thing to do as he walks away, but I'll wait for my turn.
I walk over to this man who, from Willow's perspective, has done nothing wrong. He was just looking for his horse. And she looks over her shoulder at Nyhm and just like shakes her head and like walks back to the man and heals him for what would you say, how much has he taken?
Give me a medicine check.
19.
He looks like he's taken 36 damage.
I'll give him 20 back.
Okay. And as you do that, he gets up and he says, "What is your name?"
Me?
Yes.
Hang on, let me grab my accent real quick.
Okay, take your time.
It's Willow. I'm sorry.
The Vistani will not forget your mercy. As he goes to leave, he would provoke Nyhm if you really want to stab him on his way.
I wasn't going to stab him. I was going to steal my knife back. Thank you very much. Which I do definitely want to do if that's
Okay,
going to take my attack action.
Roll sleight of hand.
All right. Plus 12 and 29.
You easily are able to get your dagger back. No one notices it. It's the classic, like, he's already, like, limping off into the sunset equivalent, and, like,
Okay.
you're just holding the knife.
Nice.
Can I cure wounds? 4th level, that guy?
He looks like he doesn't need that much healing.
3rd level or 2nd level? I forgot I'm a druid and I have like a crazy ton of spell blood.
Because Willow rolled really nice on medicine, he's currently at 16.
1st level then.
Okay.
6.
Better
Yay!
than nothing. And he seems to continue on the path, giving... Oh, that's right. And as he's leaving, he looks at Nyhm and says, and that the Vistani never forget, as he looks at you with his evil eye. And I need a charisma save.
I hear someone talking shit back there.
I regret everything I do just after I've done it.
What did Nyhm get on charisma?
I pulled a Callie, 19.
Okay. You feel your sins crawl down your back, but that's pretty much it. And he's over the hill. God.
Funny. In my aspect, I don't think I've committed any.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was supposed to be a wisdom save, but you rolled high enough, it doesn't matter. For some reason, I thought it was a Christmas save. In any case. We're out of
Do I
initiative.
have to unalive someone?
And Saxton, you head back to Argynvost, where
After Esmeralda, yes.
where you do not see her at all.
What about the horse?
You saw the horse run out of the building, in the collapsed part.
Do I smell her inside the castle?
Roll perception at advantage.
$18.
You very faintly can smell her, and it seems like she's gone through the double doors in what used to be this big cobweb room you guys are in, into the dining room area.
I want to try to locate her.
Okay. You keep sniffing out the trail, and you eventually find her by crossing through the dining hall and heading into what used to be a kitchen. It looks like it's been plundered and tables are overturned. The floor is riddled with rusted utensils and smashed cookery. Narrow windows are flanking a hearth, looking over a cemetery. An open iron pot hangs from the hook inside the blackened fireplace, and it rattles on its hook and bobs up and down as though something's inside it. You do not smell her from that, but through the curtain way on the other side of the room.
I'll proceed through the curtain.
Okay. And there you see, past the tattered brown drapes, a circular room that has a bunch of beds in it. Half a dozen of them, and other small pieces of furniture. And it looks like one of the beds was turned up to its side. And as you walk into the room, a hand axe. It's the stone walled right next to you.
Can I not try to catch it?
Yeah, sure. I'll roll damage. Why not? Since that's what's calculated with your monk thing. What's your total bonus to the monk catch?
It's +8 to my hit.
So it's... I'm trying to remember how the monk drill works. The catching of it works. I know you gotta roll a dice plus a specific modifier, and if the damage that they would have done with the projectile is less, you can catch it.
Yeah, my dice is 1d6 plus 4 to reduce the damage it would deal.
Okay, and you said you got like 9 or something?
No. Do I need to roll to hit to catch it, or do I just need to
No, you just need to
catch
roll.
it?
You just need to roll that number.
That would be 8.
Okay. You catch the axe. Take no damage.
Is she the one who threw it?
Yeah, she's using a cot as half cover. And she draws her silvered sword and says,
I'd shift back into my normal form.
it says back. When you do that, she does not keep her guard down at all. She continues pointing the silvered short sword at you.
I was wondering where you went to.
here?
Strahd what you found and brought to him. So that means you're very valuable to help defeat him. Tell me what you know about how to take down vampires.
Why should I tell you anything? You destroyed my best sanctuary I had in this cursed valley.
I destroyed nothing. You attacked Strahd when you had opportunity and failed to stop him. Because you were going at it alone.
I always
But with
work
a little
alone.
help. And yet you didn't stop him.
Not yet.
But maybe with our help, we can put him down for good.
I can't trust you. You have the wolves curse.
Yes, but I took it in hopes to be strong enough to take him down. It's not who I am, but a tool that I wield.
So would the rest of us be effectively trotting in behind Saxton to hear all of this?
I guess so at this point.
I would like to bury the 2 direwolves with mold earth.
Okay.
I will help Cazador, so I'm not there with Nyhm or Saxton.
And once they are buried, I will turn into a direwolf and howl a requiem.
Oh, okay.
And I'm immediately reminded of the wolf scenes from Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, where he's trying to do Epona's theme with the howl. I would like to throw a small purse on the cot in front of the lady with 100 gold in it and say, I can hire you.
I am not a mercenary. I do not
No.
work with monsters. She looks at Nyhm specifically.
That's a new one. Well, let's put it to you this way. Either you take the money and you help us out, and then you can leave this valley, or you can stay here stuck like the rest of us.
Roll me
At
persuasion.
least this way you're getting paid for it. Ooh, okay. Persuasion. All right. 17.
I don't have a sword at the ready. Callie, can I have my sword? Oh, wait. No, seriously, I have a sword in her place. No,
No, I just imagine her trying to like throw it towards your camera screen, and all of a sudden on your side the sword actually comes through.
Oh, that'd be
Can
a
we
cool
go
thing.
get it? Or
No, you don't have to go get it. I was joking. Anyway,
I could just bring it to the camera and show it, and then put it back.
If you want to, I'm.
Okay.
Anyway, she says, "Fine, as long as you keep that one under control." She points the silvered blade at Saxton, and it actually touches you, Saxton, but she does not poke any further than that.
I'm sorry, but that just looks like an umbrella.
It's
But
in
to be fair-
plastic wrap.
It's in plastic wrap and a sheath, so
Okay. Oh, that's much better. Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say an umbrella can still be a very lethal weapon if anybody's watched.
I'm sorry if that irritates your skin, Callie. I know you're like allergic to nickel or whatever. It has nickel on it.
I didn't touch the nickel part, so it's fine.
Okay.
Wow.
For those curious, I got it from medieval times down in Orlando area. But seriously, you can just go to like any nerd shop, and it's like one of those swords. Anyway, back on subject. She then sheathes the silvered sword.
Okay. Tell her not to worry. And Saxton is, so long as he's your ally, you don't have to worry about him. So you're good.
Nyhm, since you have high enough passive perception, you notice she's got her foam sword now.
It wobbles.
That
That should have been muted.
she has a lot of Monster Hunter gear on her.
Oh.
Yeah, so see, there's Tony and there's Steve. See, she's got both her weapons. Miniature
Please tell me she
versions, anyway, because I think it's a great sword and a great axe.
Yes.
Please tell me
He's-
she plans on adding LEDs for the glowing effect.
I was gonna spruce him out at some point.
Nice.
I do have a rapier that glows, though, somewhere.
Isn't that just a lightsaber?
Yeah, well, kinda. I also have a lightsaber somewhere too.
That's always been my thing. I've always wanted to see a Jedi or a Sith that uses fencing techniques. It's a freaking lightsaber. If you can jab them anywhere, it's gonna hurt, if not kill them.
Well, they would need a guard, so I guess it would have to be Kylo Ren's.
They just gymnastics to fight.
Yeah.
Certainly Mandalorian with a flamethrower. Parry this, you filthy space wizard.
So,
Anyways,
it says Esmeralda has joined the party, and it has like ... question mark. And she follows.
I missed that. I missed Esmeralda joining the party because I went to go get a sword.
well, I mean,
Oh.
technically, that's exactly
did
what the
miss
story
it.
did. You went to
Yeah.
grab a sword, and we got a new sword in the party. So it works out. So yeah,
And she,
he's gotten two of the people in our party now.
while still in this room, says, "I heard that this mansion was haunted, and might harbor enemies of Strahd and contain secrets to the vampire's destruction."
Yeah, but we don't want to go any further. We've already got the only thing that you could actually safely get out of there. So...
And it is then that Sir Godfrey shows up, and you hear like the audience laughter noise of a sitcom.
Woo!
Who else but Godfried?
Speaking of,
And he's like Castiel from Supernatural, and just like, hey.
hey, ass butt. I'm sorry.
And she goes to point, and she goes to like draw a weapon, and he's like, "I will not harm you. I am here to fight Strahd."
Yamodine. Damn it. I'll explain that later.
And she's
Anyway,
like, and
bye.
she's just like,
Look,
Fine.
we've got a lot of weird people in this party.
fine,
We're
no,
also
no, it's
expecting...
fine. It's fine. I'm not going to question anything anymore. All right.
Okay, good, because we have a wizard that might show up out of the blue, hopefully. Just don't stab him if he does.
Oh, and before you decide to make your grand entrance, we were off to find a weapon apparently designed to stop Strahd.
A weapon. What kind of weapon?
According to the old crazy lady, a weapon of light.
Old crazy lady?
Madam Eva, the fortune teller. She's
What?
the one with the magic crystal ball. They have to put a copper into it to make it work.
I don't know anything about that, but her fortunes always do have some truth to them. Do you know what the fortune said? I can just read it if you guys want.
Mother who gave birth to evil.
Find the mother, she who gave birth to evil. So you're after Strahd's mother?
Did she mention one about the sword that we're looking for?
That is it. That's where we would find the sword.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the fortune for... That was the fortune for the card of power and strength. It tells of the weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight.
Yeah. There's a floating hag down there riding the skull of a dragon that we need to have a word with.
Oh, Babylon Saga.
Ah, you've met her. Did you happen to mess with her
I have
goats?
not been foolish enough to tempt her.
Right. Nor have us.
Seinfeld. Anyway.
I am not going to be Kramer.
Does that make me Jerry?
Should we rest
No,
here?
you're more like a Newman.
Should we rest here? Sister Godfrey from the awkward pause. It would be
So we
much
would
safer than
actually rest.
outside.
Yeah, let's take a rest so people can actually get their resets for.
All right. So after a bit of time, the wolves get buried, and Cazador and Willow come in, and they get caught up on the whole situation. And this room has plenty of cots that all of you would have plenty of space to be in your own spots to sleep if you want. And Sir Godfrey is going to stay outside, and so is Esmeralda, because she's Esmeralda.
I go up to Esmeralda and I say, "Hey," anyway, and then I go to bed.
The most she acknowledges you, she kind of does like a sideways glance, but that's it. And she continues to brood.
Okay, going to bed.
Yeah. Well,
So
I'm still a
much-
dire wolf. I won't sleep.
So much brooding. When did we get into a DC universe?
So when you traveled into the mists.
Yeah, it's always been a DC universe. We've just been Marvel characters.
Inspiration point, if you don't have one.
Unfortunately, I can't find a way to burn mine.
I'll take it.
No, I'm good.
Oh,
I'll let Saxton have it because he has half the joke.
Yeah, he is.
usually I'm just the punchline.
No, you're the one delivering the punchline. Because you're a monk. Anyway, so guess what? Guess what, everybody? Guess what?
Long rest.
Do
We
You
leveled
all
up?
you all get a long rest,
Oh.
God damn
Nice.
it. I
Level
was just
11?
as excited as Callie for that one.
and you level
We're-
up.
I thought because we met somebody new.
What?
And you level
Is
up.
that for real?
I'm for
And we
real.
level up.
I'm sorry, folks.
Nice.
We've started late and we're going to be ending early. I'm so sorry, but this is a good spot to end it for tonight. So we will end here with the group literally going nowhere, but you did gain another party member, so
You're welcome.
that's a plus.
Oh, that's a lot, actually.
And somehow pushed through the level cap.
Yeah,
I
because
play enough Mass Effect to know that's a lot.
because I'm feeling bad because you guys have gone through so much shit through 10th level. I'm like, I gotta give you guys something for it.
I mean, I guess that's the downside of like milestone leveling.
It can be, but depending on the DM and the campaign.
Well, I mean, like,
Divine Smite.
And
I'm sorry, what was it?
we'll do plugs, and I think we'll start with the Divine Smite. We'll start with Cap Gal.
Hello, my name is Callie.
I have a lot of D8s now for my Divine Smite.
Oh,
I
that's
got
awesome.
a lot out. I wonder who gave them to me. And Yeah, I am Callie, and I cap Callie on Twitter, and most of the time I do art. I've been doing writing, and normally I have commissions open, but I'm going to keep them closed for a little while because I'm working on something, and
Something big.
something big, and I'm not allowed to talk about it. I don't think so.
We didn't sign anything, but that'd be
maybe
safe.
Yes. So no commissions for a while. For the foreseeable future. But my next game is Friday. For Retroverse Vaccine. I'm in that obviously, and Scotty's in that, and Lluis is in that, and we're fighting a big dragon guy, and I played 2 characters, a wink, last session, and one of them turned into a B-Rex, and so yeah, that'll you'll see that on Friday, and I have a pen out of my Retroverse character Ollie. If
Oh,
you
wrong
want
one.
to get one of those, it's on Etsy, and you can find that link on my Twitter, and it's great. It's help support me. It's $10, and it free shipping. $10 pays for shipping, so check it out. Anyway, that's all for me. I know it was a lot. Sorry.
No, you're
Have a
fine.
good night.
And it has a really cute pack. Yeah, there's your
Yeah.
Twitter. I know it's already on the overlay, but there you go. Anyway. I think up next we will do Nyhm. You got any plugs?
I'm brain dead at the moment. I got nothing.
That's
I'll let you
understandable.
guys take up the time.
Just at the moment.
Saxton, you probably don't got anything, but you got anything?
Just normal amount of blood rage.
Gotcha. And
Rip and tear.
last but definitely not least, we'll go to Cazador.
I want to plug 11th level on this campaign. I mean, I was just reading because I got the
Hooray!
6th level. I got a 6th level spell slot, and then I got to the list and I saw that the Druid gets my favorite Pokemon attack ever. That's
Tackle?
called Sunbeam.
I'm joking.
No, that's Sunbeam, which I obviously have to take because it seems fitting for this campaign.
Strahd sneezes in his castle. And he's like, wait, I can sneeze? Anyway.
That said, I'm an artist. You should check me out. But I'm gonna try a different plug today for something that totally doesn't need my plug. But I'm a big fan of giant monsters. Probably everyone knows that. And there's a little movie coming up called Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm really happy for the Kaiju Renaissance we're living right now, and I hope everybody supports this movie by, I think in the United States, you can watch it free by having HBO Max or however you call it. So yeah, please watch that movie, support it, make me happy because I want more giant monster movies.
I might get a month subscription just to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just that. So yeah, that's my plug for this week.
I guess I'll close with thank you everyone for watching. This is the last session of this month, I believe. And we'll be going into April with 11th level characters for this adventure, as the group, I'm pretty sure, is going to be heading towards Baba La Saga. So we'll see how that unfolds next time. So good night, everybody. Stay safe.
Good night.
2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
And that's how you do the cha-cha.